What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. You already know it's about to get crazy today. We've got another epic challenge lined up for you with some friendly competition. Think balloons, chaos, and Roomba?
What's a Roomba?
I don't know, but it's gonna go down today.
But it's not just about the fun and games. We're gonna be diving into some real talk later, so stick around because in this episode, it's packed with everything from epic showdowns to deep conversations.
Let's go.
So, let's get started. Welcome back, everyone. It's game time, and today we're gonna be playing Roomba Raider. It's gonna be awesome. My friends right now are putting balloons into this pen, and inside the middle we have the death robot. Strapped to the death robot is a knife, and it's gonna slice all these balloons. The last balloon standing is gonna win. And whoever's balloon it is even more gonna win. So, Carson has
yellow.
I got green.
Red.
and I have the blue. So without further ado, let's count this down and let's see who survives the Roomba Raider. In 3, 2, 1, go!
I'm a little stressed.
Yeah, red's going down.
Don't say that. I'm a little stressed.
It's putting that one in the corner right now.
Okay, come on.
Oh, there's
Oh!
Uh-oh, now it's lining me up right
blue.
now. It's got 3 reds right there. Come on. Who's red? You're red?
Yo.
I'm ready.
Oh! You were red. All right.
Guys.
Uh-oh. Red?
No!
Oh!
You're not right.
Uh-oh.
Yo, blue.
Yeah,
no.
Oh, my God. All the way over there.
Dang it.
Yo,
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Who's it gonna
Let's
be?
go.
I think final showdown.
I can't believe we all have one left.
Yo.
Come on.
Okay,
Right.
rude.
Just take red out. It's fine. All right?
No.
It's thinking. Hold on.
That's kind of hurtful, Carson.
Come on.
but-
Hey, look at we're good.
Yes.
No!
Woo! Oh!
Oh,
Right.
come on.
Yes. Just push
Come
it
on.
next time.
Come on.
Yeah,
What? You didn't. No?
Yo, push what?
Yo, it's going back to yellow. Come on.
Nah, it's
It really wants to.
Yes. Let's go. No.
Yes.
Come on.
Oh,
man, that's really wild. Who would have done
Okay.
that? That's strange. What the heck?
I think the closest people to you, they just betray
Go to
you.
blue.
Yeah.
Go to blue.
Uh-oh. Gone on.
It's going for blue.
It's right here.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
That was
Oh,
way
all
too
That
right.
was too easy.
Maybe
And
next
let's go to the
time.
conversation couch and talk about it.
Sheesh, that was wild.
Yeah.
That was what I do need my Roomba back, by the way. Somebody make sure y'all get that to me.
You can have
After
it.
what just happened, I don't know if you want that Roomba back to be.
That's true.
I don't think I ever want to see a Roomba again.
Yo, I love Roomba. Roomba
Yeah,
was
of
great.
course you do.
It was a lot of fun.
I'm sure you do.
Awesome.
I mean, that put y'all through a lot. So let me ask you a quick question of what emotion are you feeling right now in this very moment?
This very moment,
Wow.
Brett.
After all that,
I'm feeling tired and kind of frustrated. I'm feeling frustrated at the loss.
We could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I would
showed
be.
that.
If I was you, I'd be too. I'm excited. I'm feeling great.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you won, so I
for
would hope
sure.
you're excited.
I felt, this might be kind of crazy, but I felt a little sense of relief when my last balloon got popped because.
Oh, Miss Jam?
Well, I was just a little I don't like feeling stressed and anxious.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, this all can end for me.
Well, there's times where
Okay with
it
that.
would just barely miss it. And it's like
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had time to process my emotions because I was the first one out, but I don't want to get too deep into that one. But yeah,
But
anyways, I was the
yeah.
first one out, and yeah, we
At the sheer length of it
yeah.
was what?
Yeah, it took a long time to be
I just
honest.
want you guys
War
to
Took
me.
a minute.
For a split second, I did feel like what you guys were feeling. In the beginning, I was stressed and
Thanks
sad.
for relating
Thanks for trying to
with
relate
us.
to us.
Yeah.
Dude. Thank
Yeah,
you. Yeah,
dude.
that means
Yeah.
so
Shut
much
up.
to us. Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
hey,
All right.
Yeah.
Mr.
You
Goat,
won.
Mr. Goat,
Yeah.
aka
Again,
Reese.
again.
Goats again.
You know, you're not the only person that can relate to everyone. I'm sure a lot of people listening to this can relate, because life can feel like everything that you all just explained. Life can be tiresome sometimes. Life can be
That's true.
unexpected. It can be chaotic, right? We can feel all kind of things with life. So, what are some of the things in your life that are most difficult to talk about with other people in terms of these emotions that you feel in life sometimes?
Miss Jam?
It's a great question. And I get nervous because it's coming straight to me. I think talking about your emotions can just be hard in general sometimes with people. Like the way Reese honestly just related, it was like, oh, okay. Like we're making fun of it, but actually it's so nice when you like share your emotions with someone and they like do relate.
Yeah.
But I think
True.
we've probably all had times where you've like shared how you're feeling and people kind of, it's just like
I
dismissed.
have no clue.
Yeah.
What you're talking
Yeah,
about.
and they're like,
Dang.
yeah, I can't relate. Or like,
Yeah.
you're sharing about a hard time and they're like, oh, well, my life's really great right now. And you're like, cool. Like, I'm happy for you. But like, so I think that can be difficult. And like, the more times you experience that, it can be harder to open up
Sure, yeah.
to other people. So I feel like
Yeah.
I've experienced that in my life. But
Yeah.
I empathize, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for me,
Carson?
I recently started college, so that's a thing. So did Reese. But for me, I think the emotions that are hardest to feel is the times where I kind of don't know what I'm doing, and I kind of have to like just take it on the chin and kind of get humbled. So kind of like those humbling experiences,
Yeah.
and just knowing how to like not be upset by them so much, but like how to just embrace them, add to it, learn
Yeah.
from it, and just move on and just take that into my next experience. So that's kind of like what I wouldn't say struggling with, but definitely processing and dealing with and
Okay.
going through right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For sure.
Reese, would you say you feel
Yeah, how do you
The
feel,
same
Reese,
way?
since we're kind of on the same,
Yeah.
path right now?
I would say I relate to that, bro. Like for real this
Yeah.
time. But one thing I've noticed is like an emotion that I actually have a hard time telling people is like when I'm like frustrated or like just stressed out or
Sure.
like, cause like there's times where like I kind of just want to like chill out and cool off in my dorm. Sometimes I realize
Yeah.
I have a hard time like telling my roommates like, hey, like I just need a moment to myself and like, cause I'm a little frustrated from the
Totally.
bad grade I just got maybe. And
Yeah.
so it's because like I'm kind of like I don't know how they're gonna react, you know. So
Yeah.
I don't know how my roommates are gonna take me
Yeah.
telling them. So
Yeah.
I find myself having a hard time telling someone when
Yeah.
I'm frustrated.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
You?
Yeah. I relate a lot to what you were saying, Miss Jam, earlier. I love that. I thought that was very relatable. When Carson was saying he was a little frustrated too, I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt seen. Felt so seen by you.
For sure.
I really
I
appreciate
have,
that,
a,
man.
I have a quick
Thank you.
question for you all.
Yeah.
So here on Culture Couch, sometimes things get crazy and we just need to sink into the couch and just get comfortable for a minute and sometimes have these uncomfortable conversations. But in your lives, when you feel this frustration, when you feel this uncertainty, this stress that you guys are talking about, sometimes you just go home and you just throw on the most comfortable hoodie and you just kind of sink into your couch at home. And if you do, what brand hoodie is your go-to?
Yo,
Wow.
that's good.
that is a good
Yo.
question.
Like, do you mean like actual brand hoodie, or do you mean like
Any-
brand as in just like kind of like your comfort? type?
Whatever comes to your mind.
Fourth
no,
wall
no
break.
limitations.
Chat. Put it in the comments. Brand hoodie.
Like almost like a guilty pleasure a little bit that kind of like brings you back to like your roots, or what?
Mine's an Abercrombie and Fitch hoodie.
Yo, that's
if you've
good.
ever, guys, they are the softest. But like men's, as a woman,
Whoa, now.
the men's ones because they're like oversized,
oversized,
and
they got a little bit
comfortable.
more, yeah.
They're soft. I don't know.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
That is deep.
That's what I'd say.
I feel like you have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
one. When you
I
said
see
that, I
it.
got
Yeah,
one.
Reese.
Reese.
has
Reese's
to have a
wheels were
couple.
turning.
I got this oversized blue hoodie from PacSun, and it's same quality. Well, yeah, Abercrombie's really nice, but I would say it compares. Like PacSun, they got some fire stuff.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's mine.
Wow, that's deep. Carson.
Actually, the hoodie, it's more so of a sweater, if you will, but it actually matches yours, and I brought it today. It's actually right here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's right
On
here. I just
site.
don't want to wear it because I would be matching you, and I don't.
Nothing
know-
wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with matching you. I just,
It's
want-
just a little
I want to be my own
brisk.
person today.
Yeah, I believe
and
that.
The blue really spoke to me today. So
I believe that.
But this is it. This is like I think I don't even know what brand.
Do you run warm? Can I ask that? Do you,
What? A little bit.
You run
A
warm?
little warm.
Warm-blooded?
But I do sleep like really cold at night. So a couple blankets,
Yeah,
maybe
you-
blankets. Less.
So nice.
Yeah,
less
you
of
run
sweatshirts,
warm.
just a big old blanket.
I'm cold. I'm never warm at
Couple-
all.
Maybe double up on the socks. I don't know
A
why.
Yeah.
I've
snuggie,
never
if
done
you
that.
will.
Fourth wall break,
I've
chat.
never doubled up.
Are
on
you
the
warm
socks.
or cold-blooded? Put it in the comments.
Hey Brett, what is your go-to? Wrap us up with your hoodie.
Go to, dude, the Amazon Hanes hoodie.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Also, a
best
really
hoodie.
good price.
Really good price. 10,
You
12
get a-
bucks on Amazon.
Yes.
Get a nice thrifted jacket right over that. You're styling more than anyone in Los Angeles altogether.
Wow.
So,
There's some good suggestions.
I feel
and that's on
Bro just came out
my
the whole
Lord and
city
Savior.
of Los Angeles. You just called out the whole city of Los
The
Angeles.
whole city. I'm
Pretty
here.
big city.
Wow.
Fourth wall break. Hanes
Okay.
hoodie, hands down.
The more you know.
Those are good suggestions. I'm curious to see what people put in the chat for what their favorites are. But even though hoodies are a way that we can handle our emotions, there are other ways that we can handle our emotions as well. And I think Jamie's going to tell us what the Bible says about that.
Please, let's go. Let's go.
Okay, I loved that conversation, especially talking about a comfortable sweatshirt. There's nothing better than just finding something that's comfortable when you get home. Even this sweater, it's like a thrifted sweater and it's so comfy, it's oversized, I love it. But what's even better than a comfortable sweatshirt is learning about the comfort of Jesus. And we're gonna read this story. It's in Mark 5. It's where Jesus, he's traveling on a boat with his disciples and they're on their way to Capernaum. And when they get there, shocker, there's a huge crowd that's surrounding them, surrounding him and his disciples, which we see all throughout the Gospels. And there's this man, his name is Jairus, and he falls to the knees of Jesus and he begs him to heal his daughter, who he feels is about to die. And so he's literally, like, imagine this scene. Jesus is there and there's just this man who all he wants is for his daughter to be healed. So Jesus immediately, as he does, he just starts walking with him. He starts walking towards Jairus's home. But at the exact same time that he is doing that, there's this woman who has been bleeding for 12 years straight. She's known as the woman with the issue of blood. And she knew if she just touched a little bit of Jesus's garment, a little bit of his robe, that she would be healed. And so she's pushing through this crowd of people and she does it. She touches his robe and instantly gets healed, as she just knew. And Jesus stops. He stops everyone and he says, "Who just touched me?" And his disciples are kind of laughing because they're like, "Jesus, we're literally surrounded by so many people. Like, we're in a crowd, you're gonna get touched." Like, have you ever been in a crowd, like at a sports game or something? It's like, you're gonna get touched no matter what because you're walking around, people are running into each other. So they think it's kind of funny that Jesus would say that. But Jesus sees the woman and he tells her, "It is your faith that healed you. It is your faith that healed you." Remember that part of the story. So then after this, he continues on with Jairus. He gets to Jairus's house and there's people outside of the house who are saying, "It's too late. Your daughter has already passed away. There's really nothing that you can do." And Jesus looks at them and he's like, "Nope, she's just asleep." And they're all kind of like, "Who is this guy? Like, she's not just asleep." But Jesus doesn't care. He goes up there and he says, "Little girl, get up." And instantly, Jairus's daughter gets up and she starts walking around. Everyone is like truly shocked. I mean, imagine it. This girl is dead in front of you and this man comes in and just tells her to get up and she does. And she gets up. She's so overwhelmed with joy. And the reason that we're sharing this story today is to really talk about the care that Jesus has for each and every one of us. Number one, Jesus cares about our physical needs. When you look at these stories and you see the woman with the issue of blood, she had a physical need where she, for 12 whole years, is bleeding. And she had spent probably everything she had on doctors, wasn't able to get healed. She didn't have care. She was probably isolated over and over again because she just doesn't stop bleeding. And Jesus, in a moment, healed her. And then you look at Jairus, you look at Jairus's daughter who is dying, and Jesus instantly heals her. He gets there and he heals. He cares about your needs. He cares about the physical needs that you have. And so I want to even encourage you as you hear this story, maybe there's a physical need that you have that you haven't brought to Jesus before. Or maybe there's someone in your family who has cancer. I'm not saying that he's going to do it just instantly right there, but we can trust and we can see Jesus cares about our physical needs. So let's learn to bring those to him. Another thing that I love we see in this story is that Jesus actually cares about our daily lives and our worries. When you look at Jairus, you see the love and worry that he has for his daughter. It's extremely personal. And what does Jesus do? He responds to the desperation that Jairus is feeling, and he goes to his house. He shows, hey, I care right now about what you're going through. This is a personal thing that you and your family are going through, and I'm gonna show up right now. I love in the scripture when it says, he immediately went with Jairus. Jesus cares so deeply about what you need right now. Even with the pressing crowd, he has people surrounding him everywhere. that didn't stop him. He still went. And there's a verse that is always just so encouraging to me that I wanted to read to all of you. It's Philippians 4:6-7. And it says this: do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, every single situation you're going through, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. So anything you're going through, you're able to just give it to God, whether it's good or bad, anxiousness, stressfulness, like physical needs, emotional needs, bring them to God. And this is the promise. The peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Jesus. Did you know that Jesus cares about what you care about? So what is it that you spend a lot of time thinking about? What is it that you care about that you can give to him and say, you know what, Jesus, I think about this a lot. I care about this a lot. This worries me a lot. I'm gonna give it to you. And just be surprised by the peace that comes with that. And my last point is this, that Jesus cares about our emotional and our spiritual needs. He cares about what you're going through. Jairus, this man, is in emotional turmoil because of his daughter's condition. And when you actually read the story in Mark 5, Jesus responds to Jairus by saying, don't be afraid, just believe. Which I know that can kind of sound like easier said than done, okay? But what Jesus is saying is, hey, you can trust me. I care about these needs, and I'm gonna meet your needs. Even with the woman with the issue of blood, she had to have been so emotionally overwhelmed, so spiritually overwhelmed. She's been isolated. She's deemed as unclean back in those days. Like, people didn't even want to be around her. And in this verse, Jesus addresses her as his daughter, says daughter, and he restores her dignity. He restores who she is and says, hey, I know you have this physical need, but I'm also gonna help heal this emotional need that you have. I love you. And what's incredible is, like, even in John 11:35, it talks about Jesus wept. Jesus wasn't just this unemotional guy. He wept. He cares about the things that we care about. He cares about our needs. And so I want to encourage you in that Jesus cares about what you're going through. And every single one of us has certain physical, emotional, and spiritual needs. But what would it look like for you to tell God what you've been thinking, feeling, and experiencing right when this video ends? What would it look like for you if you're in a room right now or you're with a friend watching this to talk about that with each other? Just give it a shot and say, okay, I've been kind of going through this. Let's talk to God about it together. See what happens the more that we tell him what's going on in our lives. So now that we've heard what the Bible has to say about our emotions and our needs, let's head back to the studio and wrap it up.
So here's the challenge for you. After this video, take a moment and think about what's been on your mind lately or recently. Maybe it's something you haven't shared with anyone, or maybe it's just a small worry you've been carrying around. Try telling God about it. Just start a conversation. You might be surprised by the peace that comes when we let him in on what we're going through.
Yeah, every time I'm going through a challenge or stressed out about something, even when it's just little things like school, I'll bring it to God and he's giving me so much peace when I'm going through that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But hey, guys, thanks for hanging out with us today, guys. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. What's been something that's on your mind lately?
Yeah.
Don't forget to check back for more fun battles.
Like that Roomba?
Yo, the Roomba, bro.
Oh, the Roomba.
Yo, it was actually a lot of fun.
A knife on a Roomba.
But I'll see you guys next time.